Welcome to another Snyder fans read comics. I'm your host TeladiaPlays, and welcome everyone in. We're going to be talking about Absolute Wonder Woman and New 52 Justice League Forever Evil Part 3 or Part 4, whatever it is. But before we do that, let me bring on my co-host. As per usual, he is the Super Wonder Legacy co-host, or the host of Super Wonder Legacy, that is. Jared from Comics League.
I am feeling absolutely wonderful.
Yes. And we got a second guest. So I gotta give him a special intro. All right. Let's give him a fictional character.
Okay, they're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters.
That's a good one.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you for having me on again, guys. I am so happy to be here.
No
Anytime,
problem. Anytime, dude. This is gonna be great. I cannot wait to talk about Absolute Wonder Woman. I know Jared's been excited to talk about this for a couple of weeks now, and he and I were like, "Yes, we got to talk about it." It was like, "Yes." So,
my favorite Wonder Woman book right now. So let's do this. So this is written by Kelly Thompson with art by Hayden Sherman, and do that. All right. So we got here. So first off, the dope Wonder Woman design of this, clearly inspired by New 52, which I appreciated because I'm a big fan of that period, as Paulie knows, as Teladia knows.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then we also get advertising for our boy Absolute Superman, which that just looks so badass.
Which I picked up, by the way.
That's actually giving me shades of the lenticulars from the lenticulars for that big crossover in the future, the one that was 5 years in the future.
Oh, you mean I know what you're talking about. It's a Future's End.
Future's End. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yes, exactly. That's giving me
that.
Right there.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, that was probably the only thing that came good out of that event were those covers.
Yes, exactly. So we're coming on to Gateway City. So this book automatically does something interesting with Wonder Woman. It gives her own city, because Wonder Woman has kind of had that in the past, even before like Flashpoint, but they never really went as hard into it as they do now. So there's an attack. This sort of upside down pyramid deploys and starts sending out demons, and they're being attacked. And the first thing that I really like about this is the coloring, how all the demons like a very bright red and a contrast with the environment. Super dope. Then a sort of, it's not a boom tube, but there's like an explosion, and a helmeted warrior that looks like Wonder Woman comes through with a giant ass sword and chops them apart. Jumps down, takes off her helmet. It is Absolute Wonder Woman. And what I like about this immediately, so it says here, once upon a time there was a princess, and the princess had all the gifts any princess could hope to have: beauty, grace, compassion, kindness, wisdom, and the ability to outrun a hellhound and conjure the darks of magic. So right here, this Wonder Woman also is more of a witch character, which contrasts slightly with regular Wonder Woman. And so again, what this is immediately telling me is that this is this, even though she has vastly different origins, like she's raised in hell, she still ends up like Diana. And when I read this concept, I was like, okay, this is actually really interesting the way they do this. So then we cut to the Wild Isle of Hell. It's the prison of Circe, the great sorceress, and she's like in solitary confinement basically. And then Apollo, the god of the sun, shows up with an Amazon baby, and he basically says, "Hey, so I now place this baby in your charge." And she goes, "Wait, what?" And then
Amazon lost their rights.
Yeah, she goes, "Why have you brought me a baby in hell?" And he goes, "Well, this is Diana Themyscira. She's the last of the Amazons, and she's being taken from them by Zeus as punishment for their crimes against the gods. So what this establishes, by the way, is that the Amazons were like the first superheroes saving the world. At some point, they had a falling out with the gods, and then something happened to the Amazons. Now, the second thing Apollo decrees is no one will ever utter the word Amazon, which I don't, that shows how powerful he is. And then when someone tries and says Amazon, it's like all scratched out here. So I kind of like how they do that. And then Apollo leaves. Now, here's the funny part. So Circe at first is like, okay, I'm not going to raise this kid. So I'm just going to let the snake kill it. This is one of my favorite parts of the book. The snake tries to kill Diana. Diana literally yeets it away. Like, I kid you not. The sound effect is yeet.
That's amazing. That's just like Hercules did when Hera tried to kill him in his crib. So I like the Greek mythology reference.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I noticed in the panel up above, she's kind of holding Diana by the ankle, just like Achilles. Just like
I never noticed that. That's a good point.
Yeah, another great Greek mythology reference right there. Kind of holding her upside down like Achilles was before he was dipped in the river Styx.
I like that. I like that. And Teladia, you are coming out as a robot. Okay, so continuing on.
Yep.
While Teladia like figures out his internet. So yeah, she eats it. It goes, well. So, and then we also see like this lizard approaches Diana, and then it tries to like flame her, and then Diana basically says no, and then like kisses the animal, and you're kind of frozen. Okay, now you're good. Now you're good. Now I see you.
We see you.
Okay, cool. So as I was saying, it reminds me of the Hercules film.
Yep, exactly.
Disney.
Yeah, like Paulie said. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's cool about the next couple of panels is that you see like time passing as she raises Diana. It was kind of funny the way she gives Diana a bath as she conjures a little rain cloud above her and just rains on her.
Yeah.
But what's cool is as time passes, you see the house start to like change. Hey, what's up, Tavia? You see the house start to like the hovel or like cave really start to change into more of a home because it's like there's more bookshelves. There's 2 beds. They start getting more elaborate. It's like it's becoming more of a home. And see, that's what this book really establishes really cool is that Diana also softens Circe and makes her like, okay, basically believe in love. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because that's what Wonder Woman's supposed to be. She's supposed to inspire people to love. Yeah. And then we hard cut back to the modern day.
Yeah. And
so her Pegasus apparently can like fly or can like secure the perimeter. So, and one of the things I love Wonder Woman's red eyes that seem to be glowing. That is pretty. And yes, Tevia, that is Circe. And we don't know what happened to Hippolyta, as I mentioned earlier in the stream. But I really like her red eyes glowing, and that'll be referenced later in the book. And so then the pyramid starts to open up, and then this giant ass demon deploys. Whoa. And then it's basically trying to like take over the world. It kind of looks like a Pokemon, kind of,
or so like the characters from Spy versus Spy.
Kind of, yeah, exactly.
Like the hat.
Yeah, and then it's essentially so it. And by her sword is called the Athena Blade. Oh, interesting. And then it's essentially saying you're not going to destroy the world. I'm protecting it. And then this creature like starts attacking Diana. Her Pegasus comes in and like blasts it with energy. And Wonder Woman engages it in battle. And what's kind of cool is, first of all, I love all the art here, but I also love this one where it's like she's trying to dodge, but she keeps getting blasted. Then she's like knocked back, and then it shows her like skidding on the sand, and then she hits the ground, and then we cut back to Diana asking her mother, if you will, about the sword. About the word that they're not allowed to say, and then here's the thing, and eventually Circe says, "Okay, you know what? Just say it." Just say the word, say what you are. And then she just says Amazon. and then just repeats over and over and over again as Diana gets up. And then her eyes go from blue to, I love this panel, zoomed in on her red eyes. And I'm like, yeah, that is dope. And then the demon says, and Teladia is having internet troubles again, but the demon says, away, warrior, you are beaten. Leave us as we must prepare the way. This world is ours now. And then Diana just says, no. And then the creature goes, we will continue to hurt you if you insist. And then Diana goes, yep, I insist. I insist.
Classic Wonder Woman right there.
Yeah. And then, oh, there's a clone Teladia? Okay. And then what I love is that she said, and then Diana says, I am Diana of Themyscira, last of the Amazons, daughter of Circe, princess of hell, witch of the wild isle, and you will not have this world while I still draw breath. And I'm sorry, that is freaking badass.
I'll tell you something, right? When I read this, I was like really intrigued about the character and the way that Diana is in this universe compared to the mainline universe makes this feel special. I feel that's the way I feel about Diana with this universe.
Yeah,
and her relationship with not with the gods but with Circe. That's another thing too, because remember, Circe is the one who adopts her, not Hippolyta. So
yeah, and the thing about it is that, again, this is a very different origin for Wonder Woman. However, she still is Wonder Woman. That's the crazy part, that they made this work. And currently, like, this book is currently like, and so the Absolute Universe has been selling fantastically. This is probably the highest selling Wonder Woman's book so far, with over 100,000 issues sold. And I'm like, yes, for a Wonder Woman book, that is stupendous.
Yeah, that's a hit for DC right there. That's pretty awesome. I also like how the way she introduces herself right there. That kind of reminds me of like Daenerys Targaryen. Whenever someone introduce her, Mother of Dragons, Woman of the Grasslands, and Unburnt, like 18 different titles. I actually kind of like that too.
Yeah. Even in the Wonder Woman movie, she was like, I'm Diana Themyscira, daughter of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons, and all that stuff. So yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, and I like the switch up, Princess of Hell and Witch of the Wild Isle. That's pretty cool. I hope she gets some like straight up like magic powers. Like
she does actually. In the first page, right here where we first see her, she does the whole gauntlet cross. But then she says an incantation, and then there's like a blast that comes out.
Whoa! All right, yeah. Because again, if even like she is like a demigod, so I mean she's always kind of been magical. But like the fact that she's doing straight up magic now, like an actual powerful sorceress character, yes.
First off, and by the way, I love the colors in this book. Yeah. Like, good Lord, this is so good. Hayden Sherman cooked with this.
Yeah, really gorgeous stuff.
Yeah. So how do you guys rate this issue out of 10? And Bianca's here.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. She was here. She was
here.
Okay.
But Teladia scared her off.
I didn't scare her off.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I had to give this issue, what is it, 5 parts? Okay. First issue, solid 10. No questions asked.
Yeah, with me, I give it a solid 9.5. Still room for improvement, but it's an introductory issue. I want to see if issue 2. If issue 2 is great, it gets a 10. I'm going to retroactively give it a 10. How about you, Paulie?
So from what I just saw, I actually really like the introduction of the entire thing, like how she was raised, and that's a great way to do it. Like, instead of going slowly issue by issue, they get it right done. Like, nice montage, her grown up right there. We know how it's set. I would have liked to maybe see like 1 or 2 other characters that might have been in the series, like at least in this first part 5 series. So you kind of know like who the players are on the table.
True.
But honestly, from that art and that introduction, especially with the Greek mythology references, which I love, I'll give that an 8.5, 9 out of 10 for sure.
Not bad. Okay. Hey, Bianca.
Hey, Bianca. So we talked about Absolute Wonder Woman. Have you read it?
No, I'm poor.
Do you want to go over it again, guys?
Shall we go over it again? We'll do a quick recap.
Jared, take it away, man. We're
Let
here.
me make it easier for you guys. 10 out of 10. Wonder Woman, awesome. Girl power, yes.
And I'll say 10 out of 10. Screw you, Tom King. So moving on to Justice League, a new 52. Here we go.
This is my department, boys, and
Hell yeah,
and girl, of course.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Yes, and Tevia, I want to highlight this comment. Yes, it is way better than Tom King's Wonder Woman. Like, wow, I did not expect it to be this good. Anyway, continuing on. So, as you remember, the Justice League have been like taken out at this point. The crime syndicate has taken over, and by this point, Teladia, the story starts to get, they stopped doing the origins for all the different crime syndicate people, and now we're back to do the actual story.
Yes.
So we cut in on two like random characters. Don't worry, they won't be around for so long.
Yeah, we've got one guy named Karma and someone else. I think they're part of the Doom Patrol.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're attacked by Johnny Quick and Atomica. And they try to fight, but Johnny Quick like takes out Karma, and then Atomica jumps into this dude's head and like plays around with his brain and kills him.
Yikes!
See, here's the thing: a lot of people don't realize how terrifying these powers would be if someone had it. It's like, wow. Then we cut to this. We cut to the Doom Patrol a guy again.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to the Red Room, and remember, Cyborg's body became grid. We saw this at the end of Trinity War, which was, I'm surprised they got away with that much gore, but okay.
Yeah,
like,
that was a scene for the ages right there.
Cyborg pulls it apart.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Cyborg pulled apart by his own armor, and then it turns into some freaky skeleton robot. Like, talk about a scene.
Grid online.
Yeah.
So it's essentially what they decided to do is that Victor Stone is like, take me to the Red Room, because if there's one place that could find parts to fix me, it's this place. And then we also see like some cool like references to other stuff in DC. I'm trying to see if there's anything I know. Probably not. But so they essentially start the process of rebuilding Cyborg. Now, what I like here, I like the more sleek look for Cyborg as opposed to the more armored look. What do you guys think?
Me too. I liked him in that kind of like tight skin looking armor instead of the big bulky stuff.
Yeah.
How about you, Claudia?
I like this, like how New 52 guys said, right? It was like,
Because
I
as
love
a visual aid, this is what the original Cyborg was like.
Yeah, he looked too much close to Steel. If he had a full helmet on, he would have been Steel.
No, I wouldn't compare him to Steel. I would actually
Just
compare
in terms
him
of
to
the look. In terms of the look, I'd
No.
say.
I would compare. No. I'd compare him to the Teen Titans Cyborg. He's really bulky in that.
Well, I think that's because he was also a former football player, so they wanted to like evoke that.
Yeah, give him the shoulder pad look.
Touchdown.
Hell yeah. But I like this one because it's more like he's embracing the future. And then essentially, so he's much more like sleek and stuff. So
Looks like a real Cyborg.
Man, you called him fat before? Oh my gosh.
I body shames the Cyborg. Oh no. So Cyborg's plan is he's gonna call out Grid. And well, first he goes traveling throughout the world trying to like find, so that there's this one that they hear there's this one doctor that'll have a way to like fight the crime syndicate. He walks in, it's Dr. Will Magnus. So Will Magnus, and we'll find this out in the next issue, invented a group of superheroes called the Metal Men, where he essentially took like robot brains and put it in like liquid metal, and then it turned into these creatures.
Yeah, the brain like gives the metal life, and the metal turns into like a human-esque kind of looking humanoid. Yeah, and then I know there's gold, mercury, tin. And then I remember a knockoff group got created in a later group, and I remember Will Magnus was making fun of them because they were made out of like zirconium and a couple other like not so known metals. So he's looking at the creator like, really? And they're like, it's the best we had.
If Scott Snyder were writing this would be like Batmanium or Dionysium would be a metal man.
Up the elements that no one's heard of, like the praesodinium and the neodymium and that kind of stuff on like the lower parts of the
Didium, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yo, Didium, what the?
Yeah, oh my god, that you might not want to use that word, DC.
But I think you know what? Just
comparing
them both, right? Comparing the two comics, I still think the Absolute Universe still outclasses the New 52 in some way, shape, or form.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's why I think, because according to Scott Snyder,
here's why you think. Oh, okay.
Well, here's why. Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson were very clear that they've been working on this for like, let's say 3 years. They put a lot more planning into this. Now, here's the thing with the New 52, it wasn't their fault that they didn't have time to plan this because WB basically came to them and said, improve your sales, we're shutting you down. But the point is, it's like here they have that time. Well, first off, they can also make this a separate universe. You can afford to like do all these changes and stuff. But then you also have time to like plan out where you want this to go years in advance.
But I think But I think with this issue, though, I still think this issue was good in some ways, but also bad in some others.
How was it bad?
Okay, so bad. For example, there was no Justice League characters besides Cyborg.
Cyborg. What are you talking about? There's no Justice League characters.
Besides Cyborg, there was no other Justice League members. Where's Superman? Where's the Super Wonder stuff?
They're all in Firestorm.
Yeah, they're in the
Not
Firestorm
where's Superman
Matrix,
and Wonder Woman. Where's the Super Wonder stuff?
Yeah. No, but okay, Teladia, maybe I didn't explain this because this was in the actual Forever Evil book. But what happened when the crime syndicate invaded is that they attacked Firestorm and all of the superheroes were sucked into Firestorm.
No way.
Yeah.
So what's happening
behind? Yeah, a few were dotted, like between the three
like
Justice
Batman.
Leagues. Yeah,
Because
there was the
Batman.
Justice League. Yeah, the Justice League Dark, the Justice League of America, and the regular Justice League. But a couple were spread out. Like I know Deadman didn't get sucked in, and a couple others like Catwoman and Batman because Catwoman was on the Justice League of America. So like a few of them were able to stay out of the Firestorm Matrix thing, but like 90% of them got put into them.
And there's
by the way, I just before we get to your thoughts, Jared, mainline Wonder Woman fans, there's no mainline
cares?
Wonder Woman fans here. Nobody cares about mainline Wonder
Who
Woman.
cares about Tom King's Wonder Woman? But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead, Jared.
Yeah. So there's also a time, essentially a time issue on this because there's so many people in the Firestorm Matrix, it's unstable and it's going to explode like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
So they kind of have to like resolve this soon, or boo.
Yeah, and I liked how they put that kind of time limit on things, gave a little bit of extra,
stakes.
Yeah.
So, but if I had to say, I think the artwork is still brilliant, though. I think for the New 52 issue, I think it was really brilliant for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it wasn't that quick, if you know what I mean, for that issue.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was a little bit longer, like how the Wonder Woman issue was, 40 pages or whatever. I wish it was like that, 40 pages per book. Imagine that, right, Jared? 40 pages of New 52, right? Just imagine it, right?
Well, the absolute Wonder Woman is regular length. It's not 40 pages.
Was it? Who was it that had 40 pages? I don't know. I can't remember.
It wasn't Absolute Wonder Woman.
Might have been Batman. I don't know, but Tevia says he's with me on this one. The artwork of this artwork was meh. I didn't say it was meh. I said the artwork was good, but I just felt like it was short in terms of the way there was no action. There was a little bit of action, but there wasn't enough to satisfy.
It could have used more.
Yeah, it could have used more. Yeah, but what do you think, Bianca?
I agree
with
what you said.
Okay.
Okay. And obviously DC New 52, you know, what do you think of the issue at hand, and what do you, because obviously you cover New 52 stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm looking at it now. I'm going through the rest of the book too, just to see like where like it built up to this. And as you gentlemen said, it's mostly origin stuff. But I definitely like the art. The one with
Yep.
Victor hugging his dad, Silas. That's a gorgeous piece of art.
Ivan
right
Reyes, baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Ivan Reyes, Joe Prado, and Rod Reyes. That was I called them the three musketeers of the New 52. They were
Yep.
just popping up everywhere.
And then Teladia, wait till we get to Jason Fabok's books.
Jared, you know, I just had a thought. What if Jeff Johns used that scene from this book to put it into Justice? I can't even say it, but
What scene to put into Justice League?
the Silas Sound suit, the new suit, the rebuilt suit scene.
That wasn't. If anything, the rebuild suit at the end of Justice League was the more bulky one.
Was it?
It had the circular logo, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that movie probably since the Snyder Cut got announced.
Wow,
I never will.
Okay, so I don't know. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I think
And Teladia's internet is screwing up again.
I was just gonna say robot.
Yeah.
Are we
Speaking of
saying-
Cyborg,
yeah, exactly. We used to say.
I thought it was me because
Yeah.
throughout this entire live,
That's
everybody has
funny.
been somewhat cutting off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Frank.
I don't know if this
Not
is
as bad as
like,
Teladia.
yeah, I'm not sure if this is just like a Toronto, Canada, Ontario thing. We call that getting crabbed when that happens. Yeah, I don't know if that's but yeah, honestly, overall for this issue, the number 27, I did like it. Now that I'm reading through it, like I like how they had T.O. Morrow still involved. He was kind of like I feel like they kind of like didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah, am I a robot?
Oh, you're
No,
good.
back.
You're good.
Okay, I'm not a robot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I definitely liked
That's
how
good that
they
you're
also.
not a robot.
Yes, please. I don't want to be on a stream hosted by a robot. I'm not there yet. But yeah,
we're almost there with the way AI is getting.
exactly. I was just about to say that with AI, soon one of us will be doing that. But yeah, I like the Johnny Quick inclusion because he was definitely the most. Like all the others were like straight up like savage, like Ultraman and Superwoman. Power Ring was obviously like he was being controlled by the ring, so that was making him kind of scared. But I think Johnny Quick was like the most savage one of the crime syndicate. He was ruthless,
The most
But definitely-
sadistic, I think.
yeah, sadistic, exactly. Like he enjoyed doing these things to people the most. Yeah, and then the Red Room art, like that's always been good. I like the Red Room and the Black Room when in the Justice League Dark, and then. On that double page spread, when you were saying, Jared, if you were looking for any references, the only thing I can really see is like maybe if you want to call it an Iron Giant reference, and he's in like the top of the right page. Kind of. And I know like he's Warner Brothers, so like maybe they were going for a reference there, but like overall, you know, good issue. Like nothing really, you know what I mean? Like lots of like you can tell when the letterers get their work cut out for them in some of these issues. Like there's definitely some pages where the letterers were like poof, but. Yeah, and I like the introduction of the Doom Patrol coming into it. I thought like that's definitely one of the most unique teams in the new 52 and DC universe altogether. And I liked how they did make it into the new 52.
And they show up later in the new 52,
Yeah, much
in this series, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They don't show up like prevalently until I think volume 6 of the original Justice League run too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that was good. And but yeah, honestly, for just the one issue you guys are showing me, I'm liking the stuff, you know, like it's looking good.
I mean, even though we're covering issue by issue, guys, it's still worth talking about future stuff because we got the new 52 guy, and we've got the guy that knows the comics lord, which is Jared, and we got the guy who literally covers his channel around the new 52 content. So obviously I thought, why not have him on the channel, talk about new 52, because why not, right? And then I also told him about the Absolute Wonder Woman stuff. I was like, you know what, if you could do a bit of research on that, great.
Sure, absolutely. And I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad I did, because now I know that Scott Snyder was given a lot of trust and he took it and ran with it. Like I just said, like Scott friggin' Snyder. This guy he's a mad genius. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a whole backlog of stuff ready for the Absolute Universe. He was saying he was already planning the Dark Knight's Metal when he was writing the original Batman from New 52. He was in the middle of like the Joker, when Joker returned, the Death of the Family story, and he was already had stories for Dark Knight's Metal on the back burner with all the versions of the Batman. One that was some that he didn't even get to put out. One where Batman was raised in Arkham Asylum. One where Batman absorbed every one of his rogues, and he's like got them all inside of him. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Snyder just keeps putting out just banger after banger. Like
yeah, he will.
But by the way, Zeke, the reason what's wrong with Tom King's Wonder Woman, read the latest few issues. That will give you your answer for that.
Read any issue. Literally read any issue, and that will tell you what is wrong with that man writing one. Actually, you know what? Read Brit's thread on Twitter, because she did an entire in-depth thread on what's wrong with Tom King's Wonder Woman.
Is that who I saw on Twitter like an hour ago?
Yep.
My co-host.
Because let's put it like this, Zeke, Tom King's Wonder Woman.
Tom King, if he's not writing an obscure character, doesn't know how to write.
Let's put it like this, because we're a PG channel, right? Because we've got to keep it PG. What Tom King did in the Wonder Woman issue was not PG. Let's put it like that.
That's the best way to describe it. That actually works really well, Teladia.
It wasn't PG, and the fact is, a lot of people were like, "What? How?"
Particularly a lot of people in the Wonder Woman fandom are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, a lot of the Wonder Woman fandom were like, not happy with that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. David's asking, wait, wasn't that Batman Hush with Dark Multiverse?
What?
The stuff you were saying, New 52, the DC New 52, what you're saying about the backlog and everything that Scott Snyder was doing.
I don't know what that's.
Yeah, I don't understand the question. I'm not understanding what Hush has been around for a long time. He was around much before the Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tevia's asking, but anyway, so you guys now in the chat can get to ask New 52 review, Bianca from Myself and Comics, Jared and myself questions about the Wonder Woman issue, about today's New 52 issue 27, Forever Evil. We get to talk about that. You guys can ask us a question on that, and then the last 15-20 minutes we've got anything goes, a Q&A on anything really. So 15-20 minutes you guys get us multitude of questions on the issue. But I gotta ask you guys, right? Obviously, with Absolute Batman #2 coming out, I think it's next week or the week after.
Next week is Absolute Superman.
Next week is Absolute Superman, yes. The week after is Absolute Batman. I'm just like, oh God, Monka S, we got double duty.
We're gonna have
we're gonna have double duty, Jared. You know that, right? Absolute. Yep. It's gonna be like an absolute universe discussion.
It's gonna be a very absolutely awesome week.
There it is.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they're making it weekly, though, isn't it?
It's some series are weekly, some aren't, but yeah, there is a lot of really good stuff coming out though. So that's really the main takeaway there.
Okay, so Tevia's got a question. What other characters do you want to see in this absolute universe?
Probably, actually, that's a good question. I would have to say, we already have the Justice Leaguers, so I'd say Aquaman. If I have to pick someone out of the box, Deathstroke.
It's a good starter. Yep.
Written by Tony Daniel. Paulie knows what I'm talking about.
Bring it back. Bring back his 4-volume run after the original.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, we were talking about it last time. Beautiful.
Zeke says, "Give me absolute Blue
Blue
Beetle."
Beetle.
Hey, that
Okay.
works.
Yeah, I
can
just
see
saw
that.
the movie was on TV the other night. I watched the first 5 minutes of it.
And then you stopped. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we were about to put on a movie anyway, but yeah, it was on the TV, and I was they were right in the middle of something. I saw what's his name, the old comedian there, and he was playing the guy. I don't know. Is that so? I got a question too. Is that going to be the start of James Gunn's universe, or has that been non-canonized?
Here's the thing about that: we don't know because Gunn has said that's the first DCU character. But Superman is the first movie. But then James Gunn also says if we we'll reference stuff from the DCEU, and then it'll be canon to the DCU. So I'm like, so your DC rebirthing it is what you're telling me. So you're not actually doing a reboot.
Yeah, you're kind of.
So it wasn't confirmed for Elseworlds. I mean, not Elseworlds. Sorry, confirmed. Different universe.
I don't think it was confirmed for an alternate universe. I wish it was because then it would make it easier.
Yeah, and you'd at least be introducing the concept so fans can at least start to theorize what you're going to do with it.
Because having a reboot wouldn't really make sense to me. If for a movie universe.
Yeah, it would. A full reboot makes sense compared to a
full reboot. Yeah,
like a absolute reboot, pun intended. What it essentially is just Flashpoint style it. Just end the universe, start over. You're good to go instead of trying to bring over the stuff. But that would mean James Gunn would have to say goodbye to the characters that he used, and he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, Peacekeeper, I know, is a big one. They said that was one of the ones that was causing a lot of stuff.
I mean, Peacemaker.
Peacekeeper.
So I say Peacekeeper. Yeah,
it's okay. No one cares
I'm
about.
Like, wait, who?
It's okay. It's okay. No one cares about Peacemaker anyway.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
So, but Tevya, there's a couple of things. Tevya, how are they gonna make Absolute Teen Titans? You can't really do Absolute Teen Titans.
You can't do Absolute Teen Titans because there's no Absolute Robin yet.
Yeah.
I remember I talked about this last time about how it would be kind of difficult, but if they did, I wanted like an absolute Nightwing, but not connected to Batman, but more like his own hero, didn't become a Robin. But if it is possible that they can do an absolute Nightwing without being connected to Batman, there could possibly be a Teen Titans absolute, but none of them are connected to the actual heroes.
What would be great is for absolute Nightwing, they make him super skinny because Batman is super jacked.
Yeah.
He would be like
they go the opposite. He'd be Twig Man.
So Tevya says, didn't he also say the Flash was supposed to be start of James Gunn's universe?
No, he never said that. He never said that.
He did say he liked the movie, but he never said it.
Yeah,
Peacekeeper is a real character.
Yeah, see, there you go. See, yeah, Zeke, there you got my back, right, bro?
Okay, all right. All right, Paul, you're out of the doghouse.
Yeah, I'm exactly, yeah. He was some character from Batman number 162, 1983.
Yeah, but Tevya, we don't know if that's gonna last that long. Focus on characters that
here and now
in the short term.
We're talking about the here and now
because it may not last past 2 years. Because from what I heard, the story that they have going on is going to go for a year.
Yeah, and you got to talk about the here and now, Tevi. We're talking about, let's say, the next 6 months, 6 to 12 months. So that's what you got to think about. I really would like to see an absolute Supergirl.
In all likelihood, we're probably going to see that. In that case, how about Absolute Zod?
Yes. You know what? Absolute Zod as a villain story, but we get to see how he got into the... Well, he won't be like the mainline continuity where he got into the Phantom Zone. What if he actually escaped Krypton before he got destroyed?
Yes. But I tell you, Absolute 𝐶𝐍𝐶, that would work, except they're probably going to go with Renee Montoya because she's the one that most people think of when she thinks of the when they think of the Question.
This one I like.
Yes.
Absolute Swamp.
Oh, if there's a character that would work for an absolute universe, it is Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing is definitely up there. Oh, I got a good one. Absolute Constantine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which is just Constantine.
I was going to say, but and another character connected to him for a female, Absolute Zatanna.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And I would love an Absolute Vixen. if I haven't said it before.
Hey,
yeah.
Absolute
Even-
Black Canary.
Yeah,
Woo,
even like a
woo,
Birds
woo.
of Prey-esque team, like
Wait,
something that
wait.
kind of like brings, like, you know what I mean? Like you can call them the
What
birds
they
of something else.
do.
Like,
Here's what they could do. So Batman, let's say Batman discovers that there's like the shadow group operating in Gotham doing a similar thing to what he does. That way we get Absolute Oracle, Black Canary, and Huntress, the Absolute Birds of Prey. They don't have to be linked to Batman.
yeah.
Okay, so guys, because we're at the half an hour mark, I'm gonna give away some gifted memberships.
Hell yeah. Let's see who gets it.
Let's see who gets the gifted membership for this. And guys, make sure you hit the like button on the stream, guys. We're trying to get the YouTube algorithm up, so if you guys could hit that like button on the stream, it will show that support. So, all right, gifted membership. Let's see who gets it. Sticks.
And
Daniel.
stones make break your bones.
RTP gets another gifted membership. Jeffrey Miller, Iron Smash Web. Congratulations, you guys are gifted memberships for the TeladiaPlays YouTube page. All right.
Congratulations.
All right. So, Tevi says already did. Okay, cool. Max says absolute Shazam.
Yep, I could see that.
But you know who should play Constantine?
Who?
Me.
Our boy Jay Heat. Just saying.
Or Matt Ryan, because he's played Constantine in everything.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. He's got some good voice acting work under his belt too for the Justice League, all the Justice League Dark stuff he did in the animated universe. Good voice actor too.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. But I also think, what about Absolute Doom Patrol?
That could be fun too. Absolute Spectre. But Tevio, there's technically only one Spectre.
Yeah, you can't do Absolute.
You can't have an alternate. And this world is in the multi. And I'm saying Absolute Dark Side. You can't do that.
So does that mean there's only one fate, or can there be multiple fates?
I think there could be multiple Dr. Fates, I think.
Multiple Dr. Manhattans?
Mm-hmm.
Can there be? I think there's only one Watchman, though.
Yeah, and I like.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's funny because Dr. Manhattan in the comics would literally create other astral projections of himself. So like, who knows where that could go? He literally already has versions of himself out there.
So Mac is asking, how would you do Absolute Donna Troy? Good question.
Well, what you could do is make it so she was created artificially by the gods in order to fight Diana.
Look at this guy.
And then Diana turns her good.
That's a good one. I like that right there. Or she could have been maybe like a heritage character that like Wonder Woman maybe knew once before from the Amazons, and she like as like a long time ago, and then they come back together because she was like knowing, like she knew something about her that no one else did.
There you go. And you know, I got my absolute Connor Kent.
You can't do Connor Kent. You can't
do Connor Kent because that requires a lot of setup.
You can't do Connor Kent. But I think with Donna Troy you can, because with Donna Troy there's you could do the Clay origin, or they could do what if Zeus had another child?
You could do that.
For Donna?
That kind of works. No, give Diana the Clay origin and give Donna the Zeus origin.
Yeah.
But wasn't Donna the Hades origin?
No, but in this one, this would be she was born in Wonder Woman already technically is linked to that because she was in hell.
So reverse.
Zeke says Superman comics have been really good lately.
Except for the main Superman book where they gave Lois Lane powers.
Besides that comic, I think he's talking about the Action Comics one. They just recently.
Yeah, Action Comics is good. I'll give you that. Action Comics is good.
Yeah, I think Action Comics is really good so far. I'm really enjoying Action Comics. But I'm all in for this Absolute universe. I don't know what it is. It just stands. What makes it stand out compared to the rest? It's different. It's not lame like Lois Lane, and the fact is as well, there's no like plot twist currently. So that's the cool thing. Tevia says current Green Lantern book is also really good in his opinion. Okay. Zeke says DC is all in finally.
So they say, because DC literally has been saying they're all in every single publishing initiative. So we'll see if they stick to it.
Yeah, we'll see if they stick to it. The good thing is, though, I think as well, at least DC is actually pushing the Absolute Universe through different media.
They had an advertisement for All In during wrestling.
Yeah. Did you guys know about that? New 52?
No, I did not. Are you talking about like on a Monday Night SmackDown, like Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's basically WB owns All Elite Wrestling now.
Okay, AEW.
Oh.
AEW. So
Gotcha.
So whenever AEW is on TV or streaming service, whatever, they have the DC branding on it.
Cool.
So they're promoting the All In comic. They've been promoting the Absolute.
They're also
comic.
doing an AEW comic book.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's really interesting to see how DC does that. But guys, we're with the 46-minute mark. So now let me make a banner giving you guys. You guys can ask us Q&A on anything really. Anything goes, Q&A on anything, because giving you guys 15 minutes to talk about the comic. So we could talk about anything and everything now. Gaming, comics, movies, TV shows, animation.
Your
whatever.
mom, my mom.
I don't approve on that. That's something I don't.
I do.
I don't. So
let me talk about my mom first. I think she's awesome. You know, a woman who works 2 jobs in her 50s instead of retiring because we need to pay the bills. I love my mom. Yeah.
Okay.
But
shout out to your mom.
Thanks.
So you guys got any questions in the chat? Feel free to ask us any question. So Tevia's asking question. Any opinions on the Marvel trailer that was revealed showing footage of new Spider-Man show? Because for me it looks really bad.
The new Spider-Man show.
Yeah,
the animated show.
The animation looks a little weird, a little wonky.
Are they trying to go like older style-ish? Like,
I guess so.
Inspiration?
I guess so, but it was like a snippet. It wasn't even like a full-blown trailer for the Spider-Man stuff, because they had other TV shows in there at the same time. So you had the Daredevil Born Again trailer, Daredevil Born Again, you had the Ironheart show, you had
the Daredevil one trailer came out?
Yeah. So they they showed the full slate of 2025 for Marvel, essentially. I know this is a DC channel, but it's like Tevia put a Marvel question, it's obviously I could answer it. But I think, with them showing the slate for Marvel, I think it's going to be very interesting who would win, DC or Marvel next year.
Yeah, DC needs a win. So
how about
DC,
they can both be winners?
Yes, everybody wins. Yeah,
no,
Jared, no, damn it, DC.
No,
this is not a communist dictatorship. That'd be winners and losers.
One will win slightly more.
Bianca, enough of that snowflake attitude. There must be winners and losers.
So, Tevia, we just answered this question. Yes, Daredevil Born Again. We're excited for it.
Just answer that.
There was probably a delay on his end.
To answer your question again, yes, we are excited.
Yeah.
Yes. Am I gonna be reacting to it?
Maybe the Ironheart trailer, and that one was weird because
I'm probably gonna skip that one.
You're a turd. So I'm excited for it because I loved her in the Black Panther movie, and we're both the same height. So fantastic.
So there was a little bit of controversy when Ironheart was first created. You want to know why?
Please.
Yeah, I already know why.
All right. So she was created by He Who Must Not Be Named,
Oh,
But-
shoot, that's right.
His name is spelled Bendis, and when he
Yeah.
created her, here's the funny part: he forgot that there was a pre-existing character named Ironheart, but it was in the Japanese adult parody of Iron Man.
Oh.
I know, right?
But wait,
Oof.
didn't she get
Oof.
the name Ironheart like much later in somebody else's run?
No, but still, it was a
It
pre-existing.
was, I believe, it
thing to
was
the other
she was
one.
called Iron Maiden before or
Okay.
something like that.
So we got
That's
we
not
got,
a great name to go
That's
with.
not a great
A medieval
name either.
torture device. Like, yikes.
So we've got a
I
question
think it's
for
awesome.
DC. Okay, no more Marvel talk. That's enough. No more Marvel talk now.
All right.
Okay, so
it
speaking
back.
of DC animation. Speaking of DC animation, that reminds me. Any predictions for DC animation's future under James Gunn? Because for me, I am very nervous for DC animation's future because I'm hoping I am wrong. Well,
So
I
what has
think-
he actually announced for animated
Creature
besides
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos? And didn't he just announce one that's going to be Nightwing and Red Hood?
But that's
Oh.
not in his universe, though. Hey,
It's
what's
not
up,
in his
Liv?
universe.
Lib
Okay.
becomes a member. Thank you very
Hell
much,
yeah.
Lib. Thank you for becoming a member of the TeladiaPlays Club, and he's a Titans member. He went for the tier 2. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
He went for the tier 2. Thank you for becoming a member, Lib. You too, as well, can become a member. If you hit
For
that
me,
join
I
button.
think all the animation will be fine as long as the story is fine.
And Lib-
Yeah, but
it'll
here's
be
the
good.
thing. Here's the one problem with that, though. DC does not put a lot of budget behind the animation, so I'm
Have
a
you
little
seen
concerned.
the stop motion crap they're doing? That's a lot of money.
Have
and
you
Lib-
seen Watchmen?
The
Wait,
cartoon.
I need to say something.
Yes.
Wait, time
What
out. I need
year
to
was
say-
that
wait,
made?
wait.
Now.
Time out. I need to say something. Okay,
Yeah.
it's my joke.
Go ahead, Taladia.
Lib, I will add you to the group chat for the members group chat on Twitter, and I will also you have the Discord invite, so you should have that in the members section or
Mhm.
whatever. You'll be able to get into the Discord. So I'll say that. Anyway, let's moving on to the back to the DC stuff. I think the DC animation, besides Creature Commandos, they need to come out with some more DC animation.
They need to do more fun stuff, and don't try to tie everything together. No one's gonna watch everything.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch everything.
I agree with that a lot, Jared. Like, if you're going to put out some animated projects, put out ones that you can put out and just have some fun with. Like, by the end of it, that's the end. You know, if you want to go full, like, Reservoir Dogs, everyone's cooked by the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some, like, you know what I mean? Like, lots of, you know, twists and turns, whatever. You know, play around with some characters. You know, even a 2-part, like, 40-minute or, like, 2 40-minute episodes that create one story, even stuff like that. You guys have like a great backlog of characters, and you could really make some fun stuff happen, I think.
Yeah, by the way, I totally forgot to put in the group chats. 1 second.
But the other thing, the other problem I have here is like, so you also got the news today of the casting of Hal Jordan's love interest in Lanterns, and it's not Carol Ferris. And I'm like, I'm sorry, anyone that's read Green Lantern comics, any like superficial reading of Green Lantern comics knows that Carol Ferris is the love interest for Green Lantern. You can't just leave her out.
Absolutely.
Pun intended, Paul.
Yeah, there it is.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
I love that one.
I agree. Carol Ferris and Hal Jordan are definitely something that could be, like, shouldn't be broken apart.
But again, that's DC. That's the
I don't
DC
know. I don't
one.
know. I don't know what DC issue is like.
No, you know what it is? Guess who's one of the writers of Lanterns? Tom King.
No,
The dude who in his Batman run had Green Lantern shoot himself in the head.
Okay, so we got a couple of other questions, right? Question: speaking of DC animation, that reminds me, we did get a trailer for Batman Ninja 2.
I mean, I got to see the actual English trailer for that for me to like.
Yeah, I've got to see.
I've
the
got to
English
see the
stuff.
first movie to even comment on that one. On the
That,
second one,
that first
First
movie is
movie.
crazy, bro.
it was
crazy.
Yeah, it's worth. It
And
would
not
be
in a
worth my
good
time.
way.
Not in a good way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Batman Ninja is actually pretty good. It's got Roger Craig Smith voicing Batman.
What is it good because of Roger Craig Smith?
Yeah, I know. Is it good because of Roger Craig? Because what happens in that movie?
He becomes a ninja, and he goes to future Japan.
Well, it's, I thought it was more like a Gotham if Gotham was like
No, it's
Japan
not. It's actual time travel story.
It's a time
Man,
travel story.
it's so boring. I don't even remember anything.
You guys are boring. no offense.
I could go through the story, but I don't want to spoil it because trust me, there's a lot of stuff in here that when you go through it, I'm like, this is stupid.
Okay, so Zeke says The Penguin is my favorite show right now. I agree with you on that.
Good.
I am very much generally. I forgot to watch the latest episode. Gosh.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it for
Dang
you.
it.
I'm not going to spoil it for you then, Bianca. All I'll say is a very top-notch episode. I know Jared is not a big fan of The Penguin.
I never said that.
Well, I don't know.
I haven't watched the show yet. I never gotten a chance to watch it.
Yeah, neither have I. I've been hearing good things about it, like almost all good things about it, but I haven't gotten around. How many episodes have they released now up to this point?
6. The 6th episode just came out.
There's only 2 episodes left.
So they're doing 8. Okay, for the first season. Okay.
Oh, I don't mind the animation for the Watchmen series.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
It looks
really
like a mix
choppy.
of 3D and 2D.
Yeah, that's fine, but it looks very choppy.
But what I was going to say, Jared, is that The Penguin, it's great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Penguin looks good. I'm very interested in watching it.
I just think I was surprised. I thought you didn't like it. That's why you didn't.
No, it's just I've been really like swamped with like my other Comics League stuff. So I'm trying to get caught up and stuff. Let's just say the past 2 months, the past few months have been very, very busy.
Okay. Tevia says, speaking of anime, that reminds me, I was thinking we're getting some more anime DC characters. I'm curious what you want.
Wonder Woman anime.
No, we're not going to get a My Adventure with Superman anime type. No, we're not going to have that again. No, we're not going to have that again.
I love My Adventures with Superman.
Well, you're alone on that, Bianca.
That is not true. I know so many people who like it. You two are the only ones that I know that don't like it.
Oh, there's a growing movement of people. My audience
I'm not saying there isn't. Everybody has their own opinion on it, but to say that I'm the only one, what I've had actual discussions
in this
with
panel,
tons of people,
panel is what I mean, Bianca.
Not okay, that makes sense then. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
there you go. In this panel,
anybody experiences whether they like it or not.
Well, the ratings are down too, so it might be a small number of people.
What about
but anyway,
Jewish people? What?
No, I said the ratings are down.
Yeah, the ratings
I haven't
are down
seen it.
Ratings and views are in the toilet. So there you go. But
it's fine. I have to leave. I have an interview going on right now, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay, I'll see you,
See
Bianca.
ya.
Yeah, take care, Bianca. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I love your profile picture.
Make sure you follow. I was gonna say, make sure you follow her, myself, on comics on Twitter, guys. Go follow her there. But before we wrap up, guys, put your final comments.
Honestly, I wouldn't do any anime. I really because so far DC. I lost faith in DC doing animation when I saw that intro of Amanda Waller dancing. I was like, no.
Yeah. By the way, Zeke, yes,
I know, and my interest in that show just went from it went from the seat of the toilet right into the toilet.
Max says it perfectly.
Yeah, that's the entire DCU right there.
Yo, that is a straight insult. If I was the creator of the Lantern Show and I saw that, I'd be straight insulted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who's Sheriff Carey? I've never heard of
I don't think she's ever been a character. It's always sad when Tom King is trying to create his own characters.
Yeah.
Has Hal Jordan ever actually had a relationship with another character besides Carol Ferris? Like extended?
They tried to push it in the Morrison run, which was like immediately after like a lot of the Rebirth stuff, but it's always come back to Carol.
Yeah, because
like,
I know. Yeah,
it's like it's not a thing.
Okay. Yeah, because I know there's the one Green Lantern female. She's kind of got like the elf
Jessica
ears.
Cruz?
Aricia.
Oh,
The,
Aricia.
the
They
non-
sometimes did that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
sometimes did that, but from the Jeff Johns era and on, it's been only Carol.
Gotcha.
Okay. And okay. Just put your last comments or questions in the comment section, guys, and I will answer them. Question: Speaking of DC animation, what characters do you want to have in another animated series besides the obvious Wonder Woman? Who deserves
Wonder Woman.
besides Wonder Woman?
No, I'm staying with Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Because
Besides,
no other character should get an animated series before Wonder Woman. Sorry.
besides Wonder Woman, besides her, I would like to see an Aquaman animated show.
You had that.
A proper one.
Yeah, you did. In the time of the Super Friends. It's called The Adventures of Aquaman. It's on Max.
But something similar to Zack Snyder's Justice League level.
Okay, I'll give you that. How about you, Paulie?
DC animation. I'd actually like to see one that I actually like the premise of the Red Hood and maybe like Red Hood and like a couple of Scott Lobdell, Red Hood and the Outlaws. We don't need to get into that. Everyone knows about it, but Red Hood and the Outlaws and a couple other characters of that variety, like maybe like Zachary, Zatara, Panthera, like a couple other like teen-based characters that could have like a bit of a more gritty start, and then I think that would be a great animation series.
I got a pitch for you guys. All right, so it's the Punisher show from Netflix, but with Red Hood, like that bloody, that gritty, but it's Jason Todd.
Yep, fresh out of the grave. He's just starting to kind of get his bones in with the League of Assassins. And
in fact, can you imagine if they made the Under the Red Hood R-rated?
Oh, that movie is definitely top five.
It's
top
close
five.
to being R-rated too, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that ending scene with when Jason jumps on top of the Batmobile and says, "This is the best day ever," when he's first going out as Robin, and that's how the movie ends. I actually choked up first time watching that movie because I love
tragic.
Red Hood. Yeah, I love Red Hood. So for him to get that kind of actual respectful and heartstring tugging ending, I was happy they did that.
Okay, so Zeke says, should James Gunn do the fridge with Karina?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, do you know what the fridge is, Teladia?
Yeah, when his girlfriend Alex is chopped up and put into a fridge and then that's how
Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, Kyle. That was part of his origin.
No. And Tevye, make the final question a DC question, not a Marvel question, please. So
this is a primarily DC focused channel.
Yeah, so if we please could get a DC question, not a Marvel question, that'd be awesome. So DC New 52 review. I gotta ask you this, right? Have you played the Arkham games, right? I'm sure.
The Ark. Sorry, I thought you said Aquaman games. Yes, the Arkham games, absolutely.
There you go again.
Have you seen the Arkham Shadow gameplay?
No, I have not.
Looks good.
It looks really, really good.
Okay.
And the story, it makes me think, you know what, this game might be an actual reboot.
Don't be so sure about that. Because remember, it would be a reboot if they were essentially calling it Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, No, but what I mean, a reboot in terms of like it takes place so after, because remember this was in production when Suicide Squad got announced. Remember that, right? So imagine this game, because I saw a scene, without going into context into it, I saw a scene which conflicts with Arkham Knight's ending. So it conflicts with what happened in Arkham Knight. So all I'll say on that is, like, how and is it a reboot? I don't know. It's really confusing. But we got two questions and then we're gonna wrap up. So the first question: Batman versus Superman. If Batman had 24 hours prep time for a battle with Man of Steel, who would win?
Batman.
Yeah, I'm going Batman.
You give Batman any amount of prep time, he will overcome literally anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And in 24 hours, he won't just have one plan. He'll have 5 or 6.
He'll have like 18 other plans. He'll go, I have kryptonite like cannons. I've filled the sun with kryptonite.
Yeah, Batman 100% all the time. All the time. No prep time. You know, I'll give Superman the benefit of the doubt, but you give Batman 24 hours, he'll take down anybody.
Okay, and Tevia's final question. Final question. With Halloween coming up, I am just wondering, what DC characters would you put into a horror setting?
Lois Lane.
With what genre of horror would it be?
So it'd be Lois Lane, but she's the antagonist in the horror movie.
Yeah, she's the slasher.
I got to so Paulie. So Britt and I did an episode of my Super Wonder show about putting Superman and Wonder Woman into horror movies, but it devolved because we started putting like Lois into horror movies. So the chat. So here was an idea the chat had: a man is sentenced to death after committing horrible crimes. He fearlessly wonders what method of torture they will use to kill him. He screams for his life when Lois Lane enters the room.
I got a good one.
Cabin in the Woods episode.
Exactly.
He's in the padded room and the door just opens and there's Lois.
It's Lois, and then he just starts screaming
with her hands at her sides. And just,
I got a good one, guys. Right? How about a horror setting in the style, I would say, of Saw, but it's Lois Lane, Steve Trevor, and
that'd be about the most unmarketable horror movie ever.
Wait, let me finish. And the most most useless other character that you can name up besides Steve Trevor and Lois Lane, right? You put them in the Saw setting, and they have to try and escape, and they can't. So they die.
Because they're so stupid? That actually works. I like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like the first one. They're the two in the room with the dead body right there, and neither of them can realize that it's right in front of them.
And then Saw is like eventually just go, oh my god, it's literally right at your foot. Grab it.
Yeah. It's like if Lois is the one that makes it out, guy gets up and he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah, he just shoots her right there. Because
no,
you cannot be the one survivor.
We're gonna end this early. Game over. Door shuts.
Yeah, exactly.
So on that note, guys, this has been a wonderful stream. Thank you to all your pun intended. Yes. I didn't click on that.
I was really hoping you were going to say an absolutely amazing stream. I was waiting for that.
Well, it was an absolute wonderful stream, but
it was.
It was, and we've got to say thank you to the DC New 52 reviews for coming on the channel. We might have him on again. You guys have to
please let me know, and I will be happy to be on. And thank you, gentlemen, again for having me on.
Anytime, brother.
You guys have to put it in the comment section below. Let me and Jared know if you want him back on again for another exciting episodes for the Absolute Universe or the more New 52 stuff.
Yep. Anything
put it in the
New
comment
52,
section.
I'm happy to talk about. Please let me know.
Let us know because we would like to know. Put in the comment section below. So where can they find you?
So you can find me on my X, Twitter, or you can find me on Facebook, all at DC New 52, or just New 52 Review, and on YouTube, of course, the DC New 52 Review. And then I've got my next video coming out this Friday, Detective Comics Volume 2, and then we will be getting into some Justice Leaguers. Aquaman Volume 2, featuring the Others, his team before the Justice League, one of my favorite teams throughout the entire event. So that is what will be next for me.
Okay. Sorry if I'm yawning. Sorry, I'm just a bit tired. Jared, what are you coming up on your channel?
All right, so I just released my personal review of Absolute Wonder Woman, so go check that out. Under 2K, we're going to be talking about doing BVS, but it's Michael Keaton Batman and Christopher Reeve Superman, and obviously Comics League Dark. We have the gaming show, and this Saturday for Super Wonder, Britt and I are going to be talking about the gaming history of Superman and Wonder Woman and how we would do a Super Wonder game. And that is it.
Sounds excellent.
I want in on that. By the way, guys, just to let you guys know, if you want to, DC New 52 has a guy's Twitter handle, but I'll make sure to. Well, if you take a look at my going live tweet, You guys can see his Twitter handle, so you go follow him there.
Yep, and it's at New 52 Review. Nice and simple.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Teladia.
No problem. And as for me, guys, what coming up on my channel is obviously, guys, I'm going to be doing live streaming on Twitch either tomorrow or the day after. On Friday, maybe I'll do some Sparking Zero. I might bring you guys along for that, for some Dragon Ball content on that front here, because I haven't done a Twitch stream in quite a while, so I'm going to bring that back. And then obviously I'll be on Jared's channel, of course, per usual, as we do Comics League Dark and also the UTC and all of that fun stuff. And then obviously next week, guys, is next week is going to be doing a reaction to Superman and Lois episode 6. I think it's episode 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so episode 6 next week, and then Snyder Fans Read Comics next week, as we're going to be covering what we're covering next week, Jared.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, Absolute Superman, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing Absolute Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing Absolute Superman, but
Either
we'll let you know
next week or the week after, whichever one of those.
But we'll let you know when a couple of days in advance, so you guys know what the situation is there. And then, of course, per usual, I will be on other people's channels like the Sci-Fi Center and maybe even be on what's it called, Chainsaw Reacts channel and stuff like that. I'll be on other people's channel.
If only there was another channel that was literally right next to you that you're going to be on.
Obviously, I'll be on Comics League. I mentioned that before, so I will be on Comics League a lot. So
all right.
So on that note, Jared, take us away with the final 2 famous words.
Well, not 2 famous words, but Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zoe is the max about for life. See you later.
All right, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Take care, everyone.